And tonight we're going to be sharing some stories of some of our consultants that I think just have some really cool backgrounds. A lot of times people, when they're thinking about getting started, sometimes there are some reservations. Like I'd love to get started, but I don't have a lot of income to do it with, or I'd love to get started, but I'm super busy, or I don't know what people would think. And so tonight we have some very diverse women who are going to be sharing their success stories with us, from a consultant who just started a couple months ago and is killing it, to one that just started a few months before that and is killing it, to one who has been in for a few years and is just incredible. So excited to be sharing with them. I'm Jenna Vuklich. I'm going to be your host this evening, and I'm looking forward to getting to know everyone. So let's see, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to start off with some consultant stories because I think it's so interesting to hear about, who people are and why they got started in this. So I'm going to go ahead and kick things. We didn't even talk about order tonight, did we? Let's kick things off. Let's start with Lacey, our newest consultant. We're going to throw her right in the fire. She just joined us in January. So, I mean, literally like brand new in the business, just had her 60 days just, passed recently. She's already had 3 promotions actually, including 2 big ones in the last week. She just promoted to associate director. And Lacey was a hostess of mine actually for a while, and long time client. And we've been talking about this for quite a bit. So Lacey, would you share with us a little bit about how, what sparked your interest, how you got started, all that good stuff?
So first of all, my interest was sparked by this lovely lady, Jana, over 10 years ago. I went to a party, I had a party, I loved the products, I saved them for good. Who does that? Save them for good. So I never used them, right? So after every few years having a party with Jana, she'd ask me, you'd be great at this. And I'd say, you're crazy. I have 5 kids. My husband's in the military. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a nurse. I'm busy. At the time, I was a director of nursing with teenage kids, babies, all kinds of kids all over the place, and felt like I didn't have time, right? Well, now I am still a mom of 5. I have a 9-year-old. I have 4 grandchildren. I work full time. My husband is home all the time now, so he takes a lot of time. And I'm going to school for my master's. And I joined Pure Romance. Best decision ever. Because you know what, ladies? You can use that excuse of no time, but in the long run, running your business 15 minutes a day, you can spend an hour a day, and you get to empower women and educate women. As a nurse, I like to educate people. And when I could find out how to help people have conversations that we were all alike and we all had the same questions, it was fantastic that I could be involved with helping people learn about themselves and enjoying themselves a little bit. So no more saving stuff for good. You're looking for a sign, this is it. We all have time. It's just what you make of it. And now I have extra money so I can fly across the country and see my grandbabies. I can buy extra beds because now my grandbabies are moving home. So time is no excuse. Take it from me. My calendar is booked with activities, but this is my me time and my bonus to my life. So bless yourself with an opportunity. Peace out.
Thank you. Awesome. So stick with us because I don't know, I was going to have you guys hop off, but I might pull you into some more stuff as we're doing this Q&A. If you're okay with sticking with us, if you have to hop off, that's okay. Thank you for sharing your story. All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and go to Miss Casey Norby, who's been with us you joined in the fall, I believe, right? Yes. Oh, we got to unmute you. Just a second. Unmute. There we go. Oh, I keep muting you. Here. Let me do it. There we go.
Okay. Wow. So sorry. Yes, I started in September.
Awesome. All right. Well, would you be open to just sharing with us a little bit about your background? And I love, you're going to hear a common theme here, ladies. I think the biggest thing that we hear from people, is either that I don't have money to get started or I don't have the time. And you're going to hear from each of these women. They had a lot of stuff going on. So let's hear from Casey, because she has I just was floored when I heard all of the things that she has her hands in.
Yes. So before Pure Romance, I ran in-home daycare. So I ran my own business for 6 years. And then I became a stay-at-home mom. our life completely changed. We moved to a different city for my husband's work, and we have 4 children, all under the age, we have 7 and under, so like very busy. And we have a senior golden retriever, and we decided to throw a puppy into the mix also. So we have a puppy Great Pyrenees. So my life is crazy and chaotic for sure. My house is so loud all the time. I honestly did not know if I was going to have time to do Pure Romance. I have a lot of other hats. I am also the PTO president of my kids' elementary school. I am an ordained minister, obviously a mother of 4, and a Pure Romance consultant. So why wouldn't I add to my crazy life already? I was asked to do it like a year or 2 before I jumped in. I said, no, I don't have time. I don't know anybody, because we had just moved to our new town. And then I threw an online party. I was a hostess. I became a consultant. I am floored by what this has done for me. It is absolutely amazing. I got into this business to help with the sexual stigma that it's hard for women to overcome, anything to make them feel more comfortable and confident with their body. I'm all about it. Plus, like, I love the products. So it's totally, I live the Pure Romance life. Like, it's in my shower, it's on my nightstand. I was worried about keeping momentum going after I started. It's new and exciting, and you worry about what is going to happen, and you have your first few parties, and then you're like, oh, is it gonna slow down on me? This is exciting. I want to keep going. So, the best way for me was to just book parties at parties. So the parties just kept coming naturally. You simply just say, hey, you want to have a party? And then you have a party. Like, it's great. As a person, I've grown so much in different avenues of my life. I have a great sisterhood now, a great support system. I have always thought I was a confident person, and I gained confidence that I didn't even know that I ever needed. So it's a blessing is really what it is. I am really excited for the goals that I have for this coming year. I know President's Club isn't going to mean a whole lot to a lot of you, but when you join Pure Romance, it's a goal of mine, and you will understand. So with everything going on in this world, Pure Romance is and always will be there for you. They give you the resources to just knock it out of the park. So I'm so happy to be a part of Pure Romance.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And I love Casey's story. When I found out, and for a lot of our consultants, how many different hats that we wear, I was like, oh my gosh. And I think tackling that stigma too, there's so many people that are like, I'd love to do this, but what will people think? And yeah, PTO president, minister, president, minister, all those things, and Pure Romance consultant, because sexual health matters. Sexual health is not a dirty word. And we're out there every day breaking down barriers that prevent women from accessing sexual health information. You have Lacey, who is a nurse, who has a medical background. And it makes sense. We have a lot of people actually who have educator backgrounds and medical backgrounds in Pure Romance. And it makes sense because we are educating, and, there's a medical aspect, but we really do believe that it's important for women to have conversations about our bodies that are respectful, that are candid, and also that are fun, right? Because the best way to, help open up people's minds is often to get the laughter flowing. So thanks so much. I'm going to turn it over next to Miss Megan Brass, who also has a teaching background. And when she first started with Pure Romance, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, she had so much crazy stuff going on. She has quickly emerged as one of the top consultants in our team, and also actually in the company. She did over $100,000 in sales last year. She has a little boy boy at home, so she also is playing mama, and also has been building not only a very strong personal business, but a very strong team as well. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Megan, to share a little bit about your background. If you see me disappear for a minute, it's just because I'm grabbing my charger from my computer that I forgot to bring downstairs.
I unmuted myself. So I have been in business now for over 4 years. When I started, I was a full-time teacher, actually full-time waitress. I taught piano lessons out of my tiny 2-bedroom apartment, and I decided to start doing this too, because why not, right? So I had been having parties for years with my girlfriends, and I wanted the box of stuff for real cheap. And I knew that I could be good at this, but I didn't know how it would fit into my busy schedule because I had 2 full-time jobs plus a little side gig already. So what happened was I decided to give it a try. My sponsor talked me into doing a party, at least to pay my kit off that I put on my credit card because I actually didn't have enough money to buy the kit, because I was really struggling to make ends meet. And so I ended up making, after my first 2 parties, twice as much money and half the amount of time as a waitressing job. And that's when I realized that I was like, whoa, this can really supplement, the nights that I'm not scheduled to waitress. And eventually it turned into me quitting my waitressing job of 13 years. So I was teacher by day, peer romance consultant by night. And after a few years of that, I got pregnant with my son, and I really just didn't feel like I could give my son the time and energy that I wanted to after teaching for 9 to 10 hours a day. My job was really draining, and I made absolutely nothing. My school paid me enough to basically keep me above the poverty line, and that was it before taxes. So I quit my teaching job. I replaced my teaching salary with my business. So I worked really hard to do that all before I had my son. And it just has kept growing ever since. So now I'm actually I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. I'm a full-time single mom. And it's always just like an ever-changing adventure with, that's how life goes. And can I say, I'm so blessed for this company, one, to have the support and women that are here. We have been at, these women have been at my wedding. I've been at their weddings. They've been with me through a divorce. We've been with each other through anything and everything. And it's just this amazing sisterhood that you can't get anywhere else because it's like-minded people and we all are in it to help each other out. So even if you're like, wow, the money sounds great, and you're like, but I just want some friends, like that's amazing. And this is a great place for you to have that. This has also for a long time been my sanity. So when we can get back out and do in-home parties, this is how I keep my sanity and social interaction. So just looks a little different right now. But I have to say too, the money is amazing. I would not be able to be living in the house that I'm in right now, supporting my family alone without this business. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan, for sharing your story with us. And again, this is going to be, I'm going to totally go off script. When I go off script, sometimes it's, I don't know, dangerous, but I'm going to totally go off script because there are some things happening in the world right now that are a little bit different, right, than we have dealt with in the past. I know I saw some questions come up in the chat, people wondering how is that working with Pure Romance? And here's the deal. We historically have been an in-home party plan company, and so we've been very successful at doing in-home shows. One of the great things about Pure Romance is people actually want us to come over to their homes and do a fun ladies' night experience. But one thing about our team specifically is we actually have been doing a lot of online work for a few years now. And so we have consultants on our team who've been almost exclusively online for a while. Most of us have an online component. And so with everything that's happening as we've transitioned, and it's temporary, we know that this is temporary, and we're looking forward to getting back out there again. But it actually, we had a really good month in March, which was I don't know, in some ways surprising, but people are looking for things to do inside. People are looking for ways to connect with each other. And so we had actually a record-breaking month with our team. The company was up quite a bit, and we just have transitioned how we do business a little bit. And so a lot of us are running our business through VIP groups. We had a big team party that we conducted last week where we had over 100 consultants who participated. And let me see here. I'm trying to get my views going here. Oh. We had over 100 consultants who participated, and it was pretty freaking awesome. We collected, I think, $16,000 worth of web orders and another $5,000 worth of orders that came in that consultants hand collected. But we're doing another one of these coming up in April. So it is April, but April 15th. And so if you decide that you want to get in with us, then you'll have an opportunity to just plug into that big group party. We get a few of our consultants together, kind of like we're doing right now, and we do different demos of products. You just invite your people. You have a shopping link where people can shop through your own personal website, and then you get a commission check the next week. So that's kind of a cool opportunity. And the way that you can earn money with Pure Romance, there's multiple different ways. When you sign up, you get a website where it's the awesomest thing ever, because basically people shop with you. Pure Romance processes the orders, they ship the orders, and you just get a commission check. And the commission check ranges from 30 to 40%, depending on the size of the order, a couple different factors. So that's a really cool way to just, make money while you sleep. And then we also, a lot of us do inventory boutique style, which is always a choice. If you choose to carry stock, then of course you can take orders and ship them out to your clients as well. And there's pros and cons of doing both, which we can walk you through. But yeah, some really cool things happening with Pure Romance right now, and it's been a weird time for us, but we're working through it, and we have a very positive, driven group of people that are here to keep on moving forward. And so what we're going to do next, I think, is go ahead, and I'd love to hear from some of our panelists really quickly at ways that you've switched up your business in the last couple of weeks. Or maybe you haven't switched up your business at all, maybe it's completely business as usual, but what have you done to keep moving things forward in light of some of the changes that we have going on?
So I live for in-home parties. I love the connection. I love the people, the women that I meet, the stories that I've heard. I mean, it's inspiring to be in a room full of women, laughing our butts off, having a grand old time. But obviously Corona has changed my life considerably. With now the kids are home. So my career, my Pure Romance career has gone online, pushing online parties. I am spotlighting certain products. Like we have our lotion. Our number one ingredient is aloe in our lotion. If you pull up the back of your lotion bottles, water is going to be the first ingredient. Like, that's huge. So I just personally just sold a bunch of lotion like the other day. So just changing things up and getting ladies into online groups, getting the conversations flowing. It's really coming around. So I'm not disappointed in how things have turned in my Pure Romance career.
I have the luxury of being new, and so didn't have a strong established business. And I'm always wanting to learn, and I am not a big technology person. I am a in somebody's house visiting with them person. I am a home care nurse at heart. So I'm perfectly comfortable going into homes. And here I am at my own house all the time. So my business had to change a little bit, and I had to learn. And learning is fantastic. And so learning things like a Zoom meeting or how to do a Facebook Live. And so if you're looking for expanding yourself, this is a great time to do that, and use social media, use the relationships that you've built within the community. And so that is a good way to change your business up during this time. So instead of going into houses, I'm learning new things. which will only help me, not only in my pure romance business, but in my personal life and in my other work. So that's how my business changed in this little bit of short time. I'm a learner of technology now.
So my business has been pretty business as usual. I've been doing online parties since I had my son. So I actually started them when I was going on maternity leave, knowing that I couldn't do in-home parties, and thought, why not? And I've been doing them ever since. So now I'm just doing more than usual to make up for not having in-home parties.
Jana, you're on mute.
Sorry. Thank you. All right, so we're going to wrap this up in just a few minutes. But if you have questions about anything regarding the business, feel free to either reach out to the person who invited you or comment below, and we'll make sure that we get back and we answer all the questions that you have. I know this was just kind of a quick overview to share some stories with you. But one of the things that I wanted to share, I'm going to do a quick screen share if I can. I want to show you our starter kit packages because we have something really interesting that's happening right now. I hope you guys can see that okay. Does that look good? All right. So basically, we have 4 different options. And the 4th one at the bottom there, we've never had before. So I'm really excited about it. If you'd like to see what actually is included in each of these in terms of product and or resources, you can scroll down because Sam McDonald did a post earlier today that has everything laid out for you. But we have 3 different starter kit packages that have an incredible amount of product in them. Whenever you get started with Pure Romance, the absolute worst thing that could happen is that you're going to get a lot of product at a huge discount because even, the standard kit, $149, starting tonight at 11 o'clock Central Time, and it's valued at over $525, and it's our best sellers that are in there. So when I first got started, being an introvert that had terrible public speaking anxiety, had no idea if I, could do this. I couldn't even say penis with a straight face. I had to literally practice in the mirror 57 times to not crack up inappropriately when I did my parties. I figured the absolute worst thing that could happen is that I would get a lot of product at a really big discount that my husband would totally be okay with if we had to keep that. That would just be terrible. So that's the absolute worst thing that could happen if you pick up a starter kit. If you've been, thinking about it, but just the cost is holding you back, you're concerned about spending your money on that. There you go. So it really is a win-win. However, we have a new option for you for those that legit you really have wanted to get started, but the cost was a barrier. You just were not able to scrape together the dollars. Or maybe you aren't, you want to just kind of dip your toe in the water and see what you think of us. We have something called a social seller kit, which really is it's an enrollment without the product. And so for $39, you become a consultant. You are authorized to sell Pure Romance. You get your own personal website, which is something that we all have. And again, we can run product, we can run customers through that. People place orders, you just earn commission. You can do online parties. We have videos on 80% of our products that are actually on the website now as of last week, which is really exciting. And so people can, learn about the products that way. And then you also have access to some additional things like our inventory program. So if you decide that you would like to have some stock, Pure Romance has an inventory program that all consultants have access to when they first start. And basically you get product up front that you pay back at over half off, interest-free. In multiple monthly payments. And so it's a really amazing value if you are wanting to, again, increase your inventory and just don't have a big outlay to put forward. So you've got all the benefits of being a consultant just without the usual startup kit price. And so if you can swing a standard at Alexa or premium, of course, we'd recommend that because again, worst thing that can happen is you get a lot of product for cheap. But if money's been the only thing that's holding you back, this is a really cool option. Now they're rolling this out as a test. That's why there's a limited number available because we don't know how it's going to go. We wanted to kind of test the waters, bring in a launch group to see how they do. And then we'll decide if we're going to continue to offer it. And so that goes live tonight at 11 o'clock. I know we've had a ton of people that have taken us up on that and up on actually just getting a starter kit. I think we've had over 50 people join our team today, which is so cool. So that's really exciting. But if you want to go ahead and get in on that, I would definitely connect with your consultant ASAP because I don't expect that those are going to last for very long. We have the entire company that's very excited about being able to offer getting started with us at a very, very low cost to entry. So again, never before offered. You also get our training resources, so you have access to our online training modules, which are incredible. You'll have access to our team Facebook groups, which are priceless in and of themselves. You'll be able to see these lovely ladies here and the other 600 plus consultants that we have across the United States who share tips and tricks and inspiration. And we do team challenges where we give away lots of fun stuff. So just lots of great things for that investment. And again, if you're trying, if you need another reason to do it, the way that that would work is a social seller kit. You'd have access to your website again. But if you just collect $130 worth of web orders, because you're going to start at a 30% discount, if you collect $130 in web orders, you're going to get that $39 back, because 30% of 130 is $39. Or if you just are looking at wanting to buy some product for yourself, you'll get a rebate. So there you go. So really cool opportunity. We would love to see you on the pink side. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to the person who invited you or comment in this thread, and we'll make sure that we can answer those for you. But in terms of starting this business with online strategies, we'll walk you through it. We'll walk you through how to set up a VIP group, how to do Facebook Lives. Again, just plug into our team party that we have on the 15th of April and invite people to that, which we have step-by-step instructions on how to do an invitation and follow up with people. So we would love to have you join us. And we're excited to see, to see who joins us on the pink side. So thank you again so much. Our wonderful consultants for joining us this evening. It was Casey and Lacey and Megan. And should we give away a kit? Should we do this? All right, let me see if I can screen share this next one. All right, just a moment. Pull up the wheel of names. Oh, it's freezing on me, of course. There were so many names in here. It was, let's see. Do a stop share quick. Oh, here we go. Okay, so. Okay, party people. So again, there are a whole bunch of names in here, and a lot of you have multiple entries because you pre-ordered your kit or did a pre-enrollment, and so we have a lot of people that got 10 extra entries in here. But everyone who filled out that survey beforehand has their name in. Here's the caveat. We always have to put this caveat out. This particular offer is available to people who were not consultants before this week. So if you just signed up to be a consultant this week, that's great. We've got your paperwork and you're good to go. But if you were a consultant before that, we can't get you another kit because you can only buy one kit. So this is for our non-consultants or those who just are joining this week with us. All right. So if we end up pulling a consultant, we'll have to double check and make sure that it's not a current consultant, and we might have to pull again. I just have to say that because we did that one time. We actually pulled a consultant. So, all right, let's do this. Let's see here. Okay, you see the wheel of names. Isn't that crazy? All right, here we go. We're gonna spin it. Jenna Zaccardi. Jenna Zaccardi, congratulations, Jenna. So we'll just double check, make sure Jenna's not a current consultant, but congratulations. So what will happen, Jenna, is we'll connect with you. And if you already had done a pre-order on your kit, then we can figure out what you want to do next. If you want to upgrade, if you did the 39 thing, then we'll just give you your money back on that, or the standard thing, then we'll give you your money back. Or you can upgrade to a bigger kit if you would like to. And congratulations. So have a wonderful rest of your evening. And thanks again so much for joining us tonight. Hope to see you on the pink side. Bye.